What's good, y'all? So, this is the latest update or update to my update. So, just 2 days ago, Monday, I ended up reporting that I found a job. I started working. Yay! So excited about that. And guess what, y'all? Today, I quit. I quit. I'm through with it. Okay. It was some bullshit. Not for nothing. It was some bullshit. And um the the reason why I'm really happy, honestly, is because the initial job that I wanted, where I'll be working, in what I'm used to in the mental health field, I ended up calling again. Now, I was supposed to have been heard back from the lady handling um my stuff, my paperwork. Never heard. And even the lady that's over top of her, that's supposed to be, I guess, keep an eye on her, nobody ever followed up with me. So when I spoke to the operator or the receptionist, I asked to speak to someone over top of them because it had already been a couple months and I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. I've already signed an acceptance letter for this company. I've already done the drug test. I've already given the background check information, and no one has gotten back to me about anything. And so they put me in touch with the head of HR, and I got to speak to that person and basically told me that I can start coming, that I'll be coming in on Monday to start. And I'm so excited because this is a job that I really wanted, that I've been waiting for. And the only thing that I'll probably have to do over is the drug test. Again, I'm fine with that. I'm so fine with that. Um, so, um, I'm glad that I held out. You know what I mean? Because everybody kept saying, "Oh, that you're probably not going to get anything with that job." This job actually, too, offers me the most um, in terms of wages, and I pretty much was leaving the other job knowing that I have an interview set up for a different company um, Friday, but it's like 45 minutes away, and I don't want to have to drive almost an hour away to work. That was something that was kind of bothering me, but at the same time, I was like, I'd rather do what I know opposed to trying to do this where I really don't agree with it because it was going against what I feel ethically, and I feel like it was taken away from my sense of integrity. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't work for this place. Um, it's in sales and it is like customer service, but when I tell you I couldn't do it, it is this Life Protect 24/7. They give us a script. They give us, all these different things that we have to say, these rebuttals that we have to say. They go through all this stuff. Literally, they went through everything in one day. And then the next day, they were putting us on the phones. And I'm like, how are we supposed to go through this stuff properly, like learn it and feel comfortable being able to do it when we barely know it? And they show us a little bit, they give us a couple examples or whatever, but they go through it so freaking fast. And I'm just like, I can't do this. And then the people that they target, they're supposedly missed calls, but they're also targeted people that are older or that have like health issues or disabilities, but it's mostly older people like in the late 60s, 70s, and 80s. Today, I listened to, because today they had us observe, and we got to listen in on real phone calls of other people that they were doing live time, or I should say in real time. And the one lady that was on there talking, She was like 87 years old, and you know, the lady is going through the whole thing with her. And the lady that was on the phone talking to her, she did kind of, I don't like the way she manipulated the situation to get the lady to get the sale, basically. Um, they have us lie. They actually make us, I won't say make us, they have us sign this integrity letter stating how we won't lie. Um, but yet and still, they give us these rebuttals that we have to do that are full of lies. And that was the thing that was eating at me. I'm like, I don't want to, I'm not in the habit of lying. And I don't, it didn't set right with my spirit. I don't want to sit up here and lie to these people just to make a sale, or when they tell me that they can't afford it and it's not in their budget, that I have to keep on pressing them and pressing them and pressing them because we can't hang up the phone. And you know that if they're polite, they're not going to hang up the phone either. They're probably expecting us to hang up the phone and say, okay, well, you know, blah, 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 goodbye. But that doesn't happen. We have to literally keep on pressing these people until either they hang up or we reach the end of our rebuttals, which is a lot. And then we transfer the call out to hang it up. And I'm like, I just don't agree with this, because the way that they were training us, they're saying, you know, if they say that they don't have the money for it, well, come on, you mean that you're like 50-some years old, 60-some years old, 70-some years old, and you've made it this far in life and you don't have any money, but, you know, you've got this, you got that. Do you understand that these people are on a fixed income? Mostly they're on a fixed income, and a lot of them are receiving help from their children or other loved ones if they have any. You know what I'm saying? But they're on Social Security, they're on disability. A lot of them, they don't have that much money coming in, and you want to charge them for this little device to press a button, like it's like Life Alert, but it's not the same. But you're charging them $50. You tell them that it's free, which it is, because you say, you know, the device is free, the shipping and the handling. I'm going to go through it. The shipping and the handling and all that stuff is free. They don't get charged any taxes or nothing like that. But the monitoring service is $49.99 a month. That's what some of these people have to pay sometimes for a cell phone. Who has an extra $50 a month, and then you tell them that, you know, oh, I've actually been able to unlock some what they because they run it as a promotion, first of all, but then they say that they've been able to unlock some benefits, extra benefits for them, and they can some discounts or whatever, and that they're able to give them a discounted price if they take it at the quarterly price of $120. They get to save $30 instead of, you know, paying $50 a month, which you are going to save money that way, but that's just so that they can get more money from them. And then they lock them in, and they're like, you know, you can cancel anytime. And I'm just like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I cannot do this. They went through this so freaking fast. Even if I were to get to the end to get a sale, I wouldn't even know how to finish it out. But I just didn't like, and then they have this verification thing that, you know, if it's somebody else signing it up for someone else, they ask, well, do you have permission to use this person's bank account? And all the person on the other end, all the phone has to do is say yes. You don't really know if they have permission to do that or not, and accessing somebody else's bank account. Fuck that. When I tell you, and these people have questions about, you know, will my Medicaid or my Medicare, you know, will my health insurance cover it? And they're like, well, Most of the time, they probably will, but you you're not you're not gonna know. And most of the time, they say, oh, they say that most of the time you're gonna have to get the device first and sign up for it first. Then you can find out. You have to call them and find out. But initially, you're not going to know until you actually have the device. It's like if you do, they're not going to pay for the initial part of it. You have to wait and actually have it. And when I tell you, they just have all these different rebuttals. But then this is the thing. They say to use empathy to build rapport. But if you are doing that and you have any kind of conscience, you're not going to feel comfortable going through with getting these people to buy this, because it literally is a little device, and they're talking about, oh, but you can take it anywhere, it works anywhere within the United States. You can use it for other people as well as yourself. And if something happens and you press the button, we stay on the phone with you until you receive the help. We can even they can even have like a call a loved one or a friend, whoever else you have on your list for a contact, to have someone else help you, or come around or whatever. And it's like all of that, and you're paying $50. Like, if I never use it this month or next month or the month after that or the month after that, that's $50 that I'm spending every month on something that I really am not using, just for this device to have in case something happens. And yeah, I get it. It is a good device to have, but at the end of the day, it's not worth $50 for that monitoring fee. It's not worth $50. But then if we get it as employees, we get a discount for it. We get it at $20. Why can't these people get it at $20? And then as an incentive, every sale you get an extra $2 or $3. Like, they urge you, to try to move up and get as many sales as possible. You have to get a certain amount of sales within a certain time frame, or not time frame, but you get like up to 250 calls, and the percentage of what they're looking for is every 100 calls to get at least 10 sales out of that. So it's like 10%. They want you to be at a 10% selling rate in order to stay there. I just couldn't do it. I listened to the lady on the phone today talking to that 87-year-old lady, and she's telling her about all the different things that she's got, going on with her. And I was damn near in tears, like listening and crying, because I'm like, this lady really, she needs help. And the thing that gets me about it, that really pisses me off, is the fact that they ask you all these medical, not all these medical questions, but they lean on the health aspect of things. Well, what do you have going on? Do you have, what are your health issues? Like, tell me about that. Or do you have high blood pressure, diabetes, COPD? What's going on? And they ask all these health questions like they're doctors or something like that. We ain't no fucking physicians. We're not in the medical field per se. These is basic ass people on the other end of the phone reading a goddamn script that really may not know anything about your health situation. They're asking, what kind of medication do you take? How many meds do you take, per day? And it's like, we're not doctors. We're not physicians. We're not nurses. Like, we're not CNAs. We're just getting all this medical information just so that we can actually use it to so-called build a rapport with this person, some type of, to get them to trust us, to make an emotional attachment, so they can be emotionally attached to us, because now we've got ammunition. That's what it is. We use that as ammunition against these people to get them to say, see, and you said that, like, if they say no, that they don't want it, but you just told me that, you got this going on and that and da 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 da. We use it as ammunition against these people. It's not right. And then they want to tell us that we shouldn't lie. Let me see. Let me show y'all one of the rebuttals that they say. And I'm just like, I just don't agree with it. I really don't agree with it. I don't like having to say this stuff if it is not true. Okay. Where is it? Because they, a lot of it, they try to scare them into having it, making it seem like, oh, you don't want something to happen and you don't have it. It's almost like people being scared into doing the right thing, so they're doing the right thing just so they don't go to hell. That's what the preacher does. He uses these scare tactics to get you to do the right thing, but you're not doing the right thing simply because you feel a true sense to do the right thing and to be a good person. It's just to you're only doing the right thing so you don't suffer the consequences, so you don't go to hell. That's not cool. So if they say, I don't want it, I don't need it, I'm not interested, I get why you don't think that you need it. I felt the same way until I learned how many lives we rescue every month. This is a service that you have to have before you need it. For example, you wouldn't wait until you got sick to get health insurance, right? It's no different here. Sometimes in life, you don't get second chances, especially since you told me, and that's when you go into whatever things that they say that they had wrong. Especially since you told me, that you have this back injury that prevents you from being able to have full mobility, and you fall sometimes and you can't keep your balance, and it's affecting your vertigo, and like you go into that whole thing. And I don't want you to wait until it's too late, because this isn't something that you need until you do. But I can't afford it. I completely understand. I'm on a tight budget too. I know it seems like an extra expense right now, but I just got off the phone. Here's the lie. But I just got off the phone with a woman that fell in the shower and was on the ground for 2 days. Her phone was on the bathroom sink the entire time, and now she can't even use the bathroom by herself. What has my concern is that you told me that, and this is where you go into talking again about their things that they told you, that you live alone and your children, don't live nearby, and you're pretty isolated, and you do have a neighbor, but that, that's a friend, but that neighbor is like 2 houses down. They're just in your area, but not really close, and you guys are both older, and you're kind of in the same boat. And I don't want to see the same thing happen to you when you need it. It's too late to change your mind. I'm sure you'd agree that you wouldn't be, I'm sure you'd agree that it would be far less expensive to protect yourself while you still have the chance. Am I right? So, as far as and then you go back into whatever you were last talking about, and then if they give you another rebuttal, well, I'll call back another time. I completely understand that you want to call back. But most people and it's like rebuttal after rebuttal, after rebuttal, after rebuttal. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. It's too much. I couldn't do it. I have a conscience, and I just could not get into doing it. I couldn't do it. And I'm glad that I was able to leave. Like, I didn't just walk up and leave because y'all know my situation. I am staying with a friend that graciously let me stay here without having to give anything. Um, and since I am in school, I did give him something that came out of the loan money that I got, some of the loan money that was left over, the refund money. Um, but I called, I texted him because I did try to call, but he was in a meeting, and I texted and I said, well, this is a situation, and I don't like that they're targeting these people, and it really just goes against my conscience. Like, I don't feel like I can do this, and I want to know, if you would not be highly disappointed if I decided that I wanted to leave. Like, I wasn't just going to up and leave the job. I was going to try to stay there until something else, came up for me. But when I tell you it was so hard, he was like, I didn't expect you to, he's like, I understand. I didn't expect you to, stay somewhere that was going to go against your conscience. So, yeah, like, it's totally fine. So when we took our 15-minute break, I got in my car. That's when I actually texted him, and I waited. I seen the other lady that I came out with go back into the building, and I got the okay from him. I turned on my car and I left. I'm good. I'm good. And I I did talk to the ancestors yesterday, not even yesterday, Monday, and I had thanked them um, for allowing me to have this job. I met a nice lady on the job that reminds me of an old friend of mine named Rose. And I said, I just want you guys to continue to guide me, because if this is it, then thank you. If not, then, I'll just continue to allow you guys to guide me and show me where I should be, what I should be doing. And there was another place, like I said, that I did not give up on, because I was supposed to interview with them Monday, but I started this job and I just asked them if I could reschedule. So I wanted to see, about this one, and that's what my friend that I stayed with, he was like, you wanted to see what it was about. You went, you saw, you didn't like it, so it's fine. And I was glad that I at least had that in my back pocket to say, okay, this one didn't work. I still have this other option over here. But 2 days I was there, and then this morning, going through what I had to go through, because again, they just jump you right on the phones. You don't even get a chance to really get comfortable with the script or practice anything or figure anything out. For real, for real. They throw all this stuff at you and expect you to know it and throw you right on the phone. And I'm like, I thought that the week of training was going to be different. I thought it was going to be an actual week of training where you practice, but not practice with real fucking people. So something was telling me, don't give up on this other place. Call them. And I called them back. Got to speak to someone over top of the initial people that I was waiting for to call me back, because they literally hadn't called me back. Hadn't reached out, texted me, emailed me, nothing. And made some headway today and said that I can start Monday. The only thing is I may have to take a drug test all over again, and I'm fine with that. So I'm just, when I tell you, you have to stay positive. And I was telling the lady at the job that I have this thing that I do, and I listen to Londrell, his song Gratitude. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen it or heard it, but I listen to Morning Asana. He sounds like Kendrick, because that's what I thought it was when I first heard him. I was like, is that Kendrick Lamar? And my girlfriend Dion, the goddess Oracle that has her channel, that introduced me to him, I was like, it sounds like Kendrick. He does have that same kind of different sounding voice like Kendrick, but it's not Kendrick Lamar. It's Londrell. And when I tell you, there's 3 songs that I do. I do the Morning Asana. I listen to that first. Then I listen to Gratitude, and then I listen to You Are Enough. And I do that because, what is going on with the freaking internet? I do that because it puts me in a mood. You know, I set the tone for myself for the day, and it really makes a difference. It's just freaking buffering. I don't know what the heck. I wanted y'all to hear a little bit of this. Damn. Okay. But why is it taking so long? Shit is just buffering. Hold on. Oh, goodness. And I was telling the lady that I met, her name is Essie. Really nice spirited lady. I was telling her about it and, you know, what I tend to do and just sharing it with her because you never know, like when you do go into these different places with people, you don't know what the real reason may be for you to be there. Like it may have just been meant for me to meet someone else, for us to meet. And I don't know why, but you know, this is Londrell. That's him when he was a kid. But this is a song, and this is the one I like to listen to. It is the same, but I like this one just because it's got the moving. Huh, it's got the moving car. It's just buffering. But y'all should check it out. It's on his Stay Free album. I don't know. I'm just really excited because, like I said, I spoke to the ancestors. I've been asking them to guide me lately. And I've been staying really hopeful. You know what I'm saying? Before I get out of bed, I say things that I'm grateful for. And I'm just grateful for the energy moving in a direction that is bringing me into a place where I know that I will have my own place soon. Look at that. It's just buffering, y'all. So hopefully this encouraged somebody. And y'all just stay tuned. My little life. Y'all stay tuned. I'm about to eat my little Subway sandwich. And it's not even a sandwich. I get the wrap with the roasted chicken. I get the flatbread wrap with the roasted chicken. I get some mayo, spinach, and black olives. And it is delicious. And I'm about to drink my little ginger ale with that. And I will see you guys later because after that, oh, and I'm going to have my chips with it too. After that, I need to tackle my schoolwork because I missed the whole day of it yesterday. And I don't want to fall behind in anything. So I will talk to y'all later. Look at this. Listen. It just stops. But the words are on here. I gotta be thankful. Where I gotta be thankful because I know someone lost their life today. That's how it starts off. It's just beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you guys. Oh, now you want to play when I'm getting ready to hang up? Let me see. Just know I try to be kind and seek the divine every night and day. Gratitude for the sunrise. Hey, see, I can't. Anyway, I will see you guys. But check out Landrell because his stuff is good. It really is very thought provoking. Be blessed.